not always had the best of luck in that 7-Up liveried machine of his. Of course, reminiscent of the 1991 Jordan that many years ago gave a debut to a young German named Michael Schumacher. Talking about Formula 1, we have Formula 1 this weekend at Monza, Italian Grand Prix. That's only, of course, later on qualifying, and tomorrow we are now here at our very own home of racing, Milani.
I was just about to say the same thing. I said, this is our very own Temple of Speed, as you just said. And now we get 2 days of racing in a row today with live action racing from us and international racing tomorrow.
But also want to mention Jordan is going to be racing tonight as well in Worcester. So if you are a stock car racing enthusiast, it's recommended to make your way out to the countryside and see how those folks from many parts of the country show everybody how it's done. It's a national championship, so yes, that is a bit later on. But if you are staying around here with us, we go to around about 5 in the afternoon afterwards. DJ Boyson, pole position for the man with the VW Reynard. Doesn't have much else to play with today, unfortunately. No Byron Mitchell. There's no Storm Lanphier, unfortunately, but he's the only Reynard out there, the only Class S car. Joshua Smith will be pole position in the Raymer 2 for the Formula V section. And Hayden Elwood, like I said earlier on, the sole car as far as C is concerned.
I'm just having a look now, and the first time we've seen this name in a little while. Andre Lariche is out, but he's in a different outfit today. That's the 77 Liqui car. He was in a black Formula V last time out, wasn't he not?
That is indeed correct. As far as that is concerned, Jordan, I know those colors are usually run by Cyril Somerville. And the red, white, and blue, but Liqui colors there. And then the 96 out there of Ricky Anderson looking great in that black and pink.
A little bit of insight from Ricky Anderson's side. I had a chat with him during the week, and he said he's been working on that motor himself, and he's been putting his hard blood, sweat, and tears into that vehicle, and he's waiting for the results to come and show a bit. But once again, Byron, the lights are out, and away they go. You can listen to those V's screaming as they make their way to Holzhoek.
And a difficult start there for Joshua Smith. He's actually trundling to a halt. And can he keep it going? Can he get that car? I think what happens is he cannot find a gear. He's revving that car quite a bit.
It's very possible that there's actually no gears on that car, because it seemed like he was just revving it up. So maybe there's either a clutch problem or something of the sorts. But we look now to the front end of the field, and DJ Boyson is getting hounded already by Hayden Elwood, which won't last very long at all.
I saw a bit of smoke with Hayden Elwood. I think I saw a bit of smoke there, Jordan. They go through into, Dam Stip right now, turn 3. There's a little bit of smoke there coming from that Swift. And that's quite a bit of smoke. The marshals will alert the officials about that and tell the race control that car is smoking. They'll have to keep an eye out on that. That's quite a bit of smoke coming out of the back of that machine. And you might have to see him either parking it or bringing it into the pit lane.
Are we sure that's not a little bit of 7-Up spray to try and confuse the rest of the field? But yeah, that's not a sight we want to see, or anyone wants to see, because that can of course be a bit of a danger to the vehicles behind as we watch the rest of the grid go through. And there goes the likes of Donovan Ramsey, as well as Andre Lariche and Kelly Fletcher. Oh no, I lie, sorry, Richard Carr and Kelly Fletcher, as well as Andre Lariche, as they make their way down the Porsche straight once again. They have to go past that yellow flag, but I see a move there made by Andre Lariche, which probably will not be legal, as he jumps both cars. And there is the 7-Up car outside Holzhoek. So maybe a little bit of something under those tires that he was squirting out. But there we see Kelly Fletcher
down out there somewhere. Sorry, Jordan. And it looked at one point to actually have stopped, so maybe a bit of oil was burning there. But yeah, no, he lost the back end of that car. And luckily he's got going again, so whether we'll be continuing in this race or coming into the pits is for everybody to see. Yeah, I do not see that Swift coming. It goes into saddle sweep now on his lonesome already for DJ Boyson. Then we have the likes, of course, there of Andre Lariche, Kelly Fletcher, and Richard Carr all together. The closest battle on the circuit at the moment with 9 laps, including this one, left to go.
And I know that this is going to be one to watch as Carr already tries to make a move on the inside of Fletcher. We watch there. There goes second, third, second, third, and fourth into. But look at that. There goes Carr on the inside of Libre as well. Libre goes a little bit wide in that Super V. The only other car with a spoiler on the field. And this is going to be very tight coming down the Porsche straight. We'll see the slipstream come to effect as they make their way down across the line to start another lap. And it's side by side into Holes Hook. Kelly Fletcher's going to be watching from the backside of those two Vs. And she's going to be waiting for the opportunity to pounce.
Yeah, the Super V, as opposed to the standard V, has fuel injection and wings. A step up, of course, is a 1600 engine compared to the 1400 twin Weber carb fed engine. Oh, and going quite wide in Castrol Corner now. On the inside will be Richard Carr, who just keeps it ahead there, but he's snaking around there behind Kelly Fletcher is Andre Lariche, and now has lost that second position to Richard Carr, and a third position to Kelly Fletcher. So 2 places in the space of a few corners coming up the Tygerberg Straight now and into Saddle Sweep, turn 4.
Yeah, but he did dive up the inside of Kelly Fletcher going through Dam's Dip, but they make their way through Saddle Sweep and the greenery and all the way down the Killarney Straight. We see there DJ Boyson. He is already 30 seconds, oh no, sorry, not 30 seconds, close to 10 seconds out front. But here you can hear those screaming Vs make their way into Fostron, and Lariche is going to want to sit on the backside of Carr for as long as possible. We know he can draft down the Killarney, Joubert, and Porsche Straight because of the spoiler. And Carr had it looked like a bit of an issue because he moved to the left-hand side of the circuit, but I think he just moved out of the way because he knew that Lariche would be faster in a straight line as they make their way to Holes Hook once again.
I'm absolutely glad to say, Jordan, that the Swift. That, of course, is Ricky Anderson in turn 2, Castrol Corner. Has spun it, but he's gotten it going again, and he's making his way through Lundstem now as this little battle between Andre Lariche, Richard Carr, and Kelly Fletcher, who's just trying to hang on there, maintains its way through that particular corner and then through Lundstem. I just wanted to say that Hayden Elwood is circulating again, and the smoke seems to have stopped here. So that is good news for Hayden Elwood, who's currently in 5th position at this time. We go now onto the Killarney Straight and to Fastron Corner, Jordan.
And maybe that spin was what the car needed to stop the smoking, but not what Hayden Elwood needed. But he, I'm sure, will get back up to pace very shortly as we watch DJ Boyson come down the Porsche Straight once again. He is on his lonesome, so he'll just continue running those laps in that Class S car. But we jump now. There's Ricky Anderson pedaling around once again. I feel like I've put a little bit of a commentator's curse on him, pointing him out at the start of the race. So I'm sorry, Ricky, for that. Don't come looking for me after your race. But he'll come underneath the City of Cape Town bridge to start another lap. And followed there are the leaders on the leaders on the first running lap. Oh, no. Sorry, I'm getting confused. The leaders on the racing lap coming to lap Ricky Anderson at the moment.
Yep, they'll make their way through turn 1 now as we go to turn 2, Castrol Corner. That is on Richard Carr that makes his way now through into Castrol. And a slow-moving Super V there of Andre Lariche, who is out of the race, sadly, after having campaigned for 2nd place in the race overall. And the lead, of course, of the V-Class is trundling at low speed through Castrol Corner. And 7.6 is still smoking. It's being announced over the radio to us. So Hayden Elwood might have to come into the pit shortly over here as well and curtail his first race of the day.
Yep, that is true. It seems that he's just running around with enough.
Anderson, very slow.
Oh, my.
But now we see Ricky Anderson going very slowly down Tygerberg Straight.
Picking up pace again.
He is picking up pace, so there must be a little bit of an issue for that car. You don't want to get in the way of any of the other front runners coming through as Donovan Ramsey makes his way past him.
White flags will be waving here, Jordan. Of course, slow-moving vehicle or vehicles on circuits. And that now means Kelly Fletcher comes up into third place past Lariche. Hayden Elwood, the smoking Hayden Elwood, is up into fourth position. Donovan Ramsey will make his way up into fifth position. Ricky Anderson, of course, slowing down. No Joshua Smith, unfortunately. Seemingly transmission issues. But trying to get back to the pits there in that Liqui Moly car, Jordan, on the Killarney Straight, is still our man, Andre Lariche.
Yeah, it seems we've got a few peddlers just trundling around the track at the moment. I believe Ricky Anderson got out of the way and got that car up and running again. I didn't see him come down the Killarney Straight, but Lariche is still trundling. So there is that white flag, but here comes DJ Boyson down the Porsche Straight once again to start another lap, and that's 4 laps to go. He's running with a 1:18.972 at this current moment in time. Obviously, the other Formula Vs cannot come close to that due to the nature of the builds of both cars. They're completely different.
Well, we now have 4 laps left to go in what was initially a 10-lap race. Still is a 10-lap race, but Kelly Fletcher will make her way out of Fastron through Turn 5A, underneath the City of Cape Town Castron Lime Property Management Bridge, and start another lap. But look at how Hayden Elwood has closed up the gap to her and is now on the inside into Holes Hook. I don't think Kelly Fletcher is having the best time out there, if you ask me, because she's got the man who was formerly smoking. Doesn't look like it at the moment, Hayden Elwood. Charging up now towards Castrol Corner. The leader goes down the Killarney Straight into Fastron Corner. Coming across the line now will be Donovan Ramsey. And Donovan Ramsey will make his way into Holes Hook for yet another occasion. That will be fifth position as DJ Boyson comes across the line now as our leader. So I think I jumped the gun there just a little bit. 3 laps left to go on the timing screens, and it's nice to see the wind has settled just a little bit there, Jordan. There's always a telltale sign when those flags are rippling at Holes Hook.
Yeah, in fact, the wind has settled, but for once in a blue moon, I kind of want the wind because I'm already getting hot and sweaty in this commentary box as the sun is coming a little bit higher in the sky and bolting down on our circuit here. But there goes DJ Boyson through Dam's Dip, making his way through the back markers as he does. A 36.5-second gap to the next closest car of Richard Carr. Oh, as a big snap, a very, very big snap, and I believe that is Carr, who I was just speaking of, making his way through Holes Hook. And that was a bit of a scary moment, but he held that under control very well, as just further behind him as they make their way down the Joubert Straight is Hayden Elwood, followed there by Kelly Fletcher.
Yeah, that bit of a tank slapper, you could say, over there for a Formula Libre car for Richard Carr. And that's going to allow this man on screen right now, going out of Castrol and towards Lundstem, it's going to allow him to close up the gap to Richard Carr and challenge for second place. A 1:18.303 for our leader going into Holes Hook now. That is DJ Boyson, who is a country mile ahead of Richard Carr at the moment. Richard Carr hasn't even, I think, made it towards Fastron Corner yet. He will make his way now down towards Turn 5, as he does now, and we'll see what the gap will be between himself, even though he's not having the happiest time turning into corners at the moment there. Jordan, looks like it. He had a bit of a moment, like we said a lap ago, through Holes Hook.
Yeah, so maybe the car isn't completely to his liking, but, you know, it's still very different.
43 seconds.
It's definitely very different as compared to what the conditions they usually run in, so the setup has to be different as we see Hayden Elwood come into frame and exit frame, as well as Kelly Fletcher. Kelly, I don't think, is gaining much on Hayden, but these two cars are in 2 different classes, so the speeds are a little different. A 25.6 last time out for Hayden Elwood and a 26.1 for Kelly Fletcher. So 5 tenths. It's very close, but not close enough for Kelly Fletcher, as I'm sure she'd be wanting.
Yeah, so 1 more lap left to go as far as things are concerned. Kelly Fletcher keeps in sight the Hayden Elwood swift, but a fastest lap again here. 1:17.794 from our leader, the man you see on screen right now, charging up to Castrol Corner, turn 2, DJ Boyson. Over 43-second gap between himself and Richard Carr. Remember, 2 very different classes over here. Wings and slicks against no wings and semis.
And I believe at this rate, as we watch DJ Boyson go through Dam's Dip for the final time, but not the final time today, I'm sure because he's got no competition, the only competition is himself, so he's trying to set better and better lap times every lap. So we'll see what it looks like at the end of this race. One more corner to go for him as we watch the rest of the field make their way through. Richard Carr has just come across the line, and he'll go through Hall's Hook for the final time as well as the rest of the field.
Well, our leader now, the winner, it will be the man in the Reynard, the 2-liter former VW car. Here he comes. It's DJ Boyson will win the first Formula Libre race of the day. And he'll do so by quite a bit because we have cars still coming around. Where is Richard Carr at this present moment in time? I see a red machine. I think that is Donovan. Is that Donovan Ramsey coming through? Yes, Donovan Ramsey is going to be finishing a lap down. Ricky Anderson, rather. Richard Anderson will also finish a lap down in this race. And down the back straight now, Jordan, I do see the victor. Elect, you could say, if you could put it like that, of Richard Carr coming down the straight.
So he will make his way around Fastron for the final time in this race, with Ricky Anderson just a little bit ways ahead. Not the best luck today for Ricky, but I'm sure he'll come back fighting in race 2. As they cross the line, Richard Carr will take first place in Class V. As we wait for Hayden Elwood, he comes across the line in Class C after not only a spin, as well as some smoking issues. He manages to get 3rd overall and 1st in class. Kelly Fletcher finishes out in 2nd place in class and 4th overall.
Well, Kelly Fletcher, that will also be, Jordan, that will be 2nd in class for Kelly Fletcher because Richard Carr gets that 1st position, and then Smoking Joe Hayden Elwood in 3rd position. And I'm actually very pleased to see that he made it to the end of the race despite the smoking machine of his there.
Do you not think it would be better to change that from a 7-Up logo to a tobacco brand logo with all that smoking? Even though we know that's not allowed, 7-Up will have to do. But great comeback performance. And I'm sure they'll have a look under the hood of that car for race 2.